Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go!
Right, today is the 2nd of January. No idea what day of the week it is, but Saturday? Possibly. We are now heading back to Queenstown via Kingston because we want to check out the Kingston Flyer, and we will be Queenstown 177. We will be dropping the camper off at Queenstown and picking up a car, and we will be staying in Cardrona, so that gives us access to Wanaka, Arrowtown and the surrounds. So as you can see, the weather's not that great, but it's nice and cosy in the camper, although we're now going to be swapping to a car. And we've come to a halt. So I don't know whether you can see in the distance, there was a cop car that went screaming past us probably about 20 minutes ago. So I would say we have come to an accident or something. So I hope nothing too bad, but we will see when we go past. We're about 3 minutes out of Kingston, not quite. Yeah, probably about 3 minutes.
Probably getting close to Kingston, I think.
Hang on, where are we? Navigation. 1 minute, 820 metres out of Kingston, so I would imagine it would be the Kingston something or other highway intersection. I'll just repeat myself 50 times.
Fun and games, eh?
No other choice.
What's the scenario?
Road's flooded, so if you're planning on going to Queenstown, you're going to have to go back through Gore and Race Junction.
Okay.
Oh boy.
How far around's that?
300 odd k, 350k. It's 100 and... yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So the other option is you can pitch up in there and hope that you can get it sorted.
Okay.
But
is it something that might be able to be sorted, or...?
Digger is nearly there.
Oh, okay.
And then if they can come up with a plan, hopefully we've got something, but maybe a while yet.
Okay.
Okay?
Right,
Oh, we're in a camper, so
You're in a camper, so you're better suited than most.
Okay, thanks mate.
Also, we're getting a digger, so it must be like a landslide washout.
Well, probably blocked a drain or something like that.
Well, in an interesting twist, we've made it to Kingston and we can't get any further. Probably about 20 minutes out of Kingston, we were driving along and a cop came flying past us, and we were thinking, oh no, there's been an accident or something. Well, we made it to Kingston and they had the road completely blocked off. There is flooding and there have been rock falls, and apparently now we're waiting for a digger from Invercargill, which is about 2 hours away. Well, they reckon it'll take about 2 hours to get here. I think the alert was first put in, Adam found on the news, on a news site at about 9:50 this morning. We're now looking at, I think it's about 2:30 in the afternoon now. So we're really not quite sure what's happening. The police have advised that we stay put because we're still driving the camper. Our only other option is to go south through Gore, which is about a 4-hour car ride. In the camper it would take, I don't know, possibly 5 or 6 hours. But then a friend of mine, well, Pam I, who we've spoken about before, she has been kind enough to look up for us on another news website that apparently Gore is also expecting to have flooding, and they've also got an evacuation warning on. So we're not too keen to try and go south in the camper just in case we get stuck again. The police actually advised that we stay put here and wait for the digger to see what will happen since we are in the camper. I've rung the camper company, the car rental company and the motel and advised that we're stuck. At the moment we're just at the Kingston Flyer Cafe. The Kingston Flyer is quite a well-known train trip down here apparently that is really quite nice. I don't think it's running at the moment. maybe because of flooding, I'm not quite sure, because maybe the train tracks would go through where it's flooded. I've really got no idea. But yeah, we're just at the cafe and waiting to see what's going to happen. On the plus side though, I suppose, if we are stuck here tonight, we still do have the camper, who we've named Lanu because of the number plate, LNU. So yeah, there's an awful lot of people here and just in cars, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. There's a top 10 holiday park next door just up the road. I don't know, since we're fully contained, I don't know whether we'd be allowed to just camp in the car park here or whether we would have to go next door and try and park up somewhere at top 10. Thankfully, for the last 3 days that we've been in Te Anau, we've been hooked up to power and what have you, so we've got full batteries, full fresh water tank, empty toilet and grey water, so we're going to be absolutely sweet if we need to camp here overnight. So I guess we just sit put and wait to see what happens. Just going back up to the main road to see if there's any news or updates. So basically we're on our way. We have no choice now but to turn around and go back through Gore, which is going to add a hell of a lot of hours to our trip. I think probably maybe 5 or 6 in a camper, I don't know. I spoke to the police officer who said that there is multiple slips on the road and apparently there is actually people trapped between the slips, so that's the priority, is to get those people out. No one's hurt, there's just slips and people stuck in their cars between them. We've just seen the grader drive past from Dunedin to try and clear it, but given the fact there's multiple slips, getting worse, and apparently a river running over the road now, there's not much hope for it to be open today. So we've decided, rather than camping here for the night and taking potluck that may be open tomorrow, we've decided that we're going to go back down through Gore. And apparently Gore has got a flood warning and possible evacuation. The silver lining, however, is we are in the camper, so we've been plugged into power for 3 days in Te Anau, so if we do end up camping for the night, or however long, we can live off grid for about 2 to 3 days on battery backup. Dun dun! Here we have flood over the road. There is a car in front of us, it will take one for the team. Oh my god, Adam, do you want to hit it a bit slower? Right, okay, follow that car, so if they disappear and float away, then we won't go through it.
Down
stop sign just a little bit back saying that the road is now open, so it's obviously been closed through here at some point too, and expect delays. So I'm certainly hoping it's just a backlog of traffic and nothing untoward, because we're probably about as close to Queenstown as what we were 4 hours ago on the other side in Kingston, so that would be unfortunately hilarious if we got this far and then got stuck on this side and couldn't get through. We're just going past Roaring Meg Lookout again. Not as nice today, no nice blue water, it's all brown and rushing and gushing. If you'd like to see more of Roaring Meg Lookout, you can have a look on my Lake Tekapo to Milford Sound video to see it in all its glory on a nice sunny day, because today it looks, quite frankly, rubbish. Alternative road to Queenstown, so does that mean that it's blocked off here too? Finally made it to Queenstown, only about 8.5 hours late. We have just arrived at the car yard now to pick up our car, and we have been very, very lucky. We were supposed to pick it up from downtown Queenstown, but we called Apex Car Rentals and they told us that they would drive it to the airport base for us because it's right next to where we drop off the camper. So for fantastic service, we've got Apex Car Rentals in Queenstown. We've just arrived now to find that we have the keys in a lockbox, which they sent Adam an email to tell him where to find it. Very, very easy. Rental car waiting for us over there. We've driven the camper in to transfer it. Then I presume I'll drive the car, Adam will drive the camper, ditch that, and then we're off to Cardrona once we've loaded everything up, and off we go again. Right, we're about to empty out and say goodbye to our faithful little camper that we've lived in for the last 11 days. So we haven't actually done a walk-through tour of our little camper. So here we go. So we have the cab where all the fun and the scary stuff happened, driving to Milford. This was the girls' little bed that they slept in up here. And it's quite cool because they've got little pull across curtains, so they had their own little cave. And this was our camper dining room where the girls also sat and travelled. Kitchen. Surprisingly a lot of storage, which we found more than ample. And the couches at the end here that made up into Adam's and my bed. Fridge, which was surprisingly well sized. And the bathroom with our toilet that was my job to empty, but it was actually a lot easier than I expected. Unfortunately, we had the shower fall off the wall because the screw came out. We haven't been able to replace it, so that's going to be something we're going to have to notify Maui about. But yeah, it was quite decent sized. Hand basin was a little bit difficult though. And then from the end, looking up to our living space. Really, really enjoyed our camper van holiday and can't wait to do it again sometime. So, unfortunately with that, it's over and out little camper. Whoop. Turn out as light. And over and out little camper.